By the time this story begins, Osofia was no longer the invisible farmer people ignored. No. In his village, his name carried weight like a well-fed yam. His farms were doing well, youths were employed, elders nodded with pride whenever he passed. People even pointed him out to visitors, saying, "That is Osofia, the one that traveled to America and came back with sense." But Osofia himself knew something important. Success does not mean you stop learning. One evening, as he sat under a mango tree reviewing his farm records, a letter arrived. An invitation. London. 2 months. Advanced farming techniques, sustainability, climate-smart agriculture, and cultural exchange. Osofia read the letter twice, then 3 times. He adjusted his glasses and whispered, "Chai, so this world still they call my name." The village buzzed again. Women ululated, men clapped, children ran about shouting, "London, London," as if it was next to the market. Osofia smiled, but inside his heart beat fast. America shocked him. What about London? He packed his bags carefully, native wear, a good coat this time, less in length, and his notebook of questions. Before leaving, he addressed the youths. "I dey go learn, not to form big man." They nodded. On the day of travel, as he entered the airport once more, he sighed softly. "Chai, Osofia, from village farm to world farm, God be praised." This time, Osofia did not just enter any plane. First class. When the airline staff escorted him forward, he stopped walking. "Madam, I think my seat dey behind." She smiled. "No, sir, this is you." Osofia stepped inside, like entering a church altar. Big seat, soft like mattress, space everywhere. He pressed one button, the seat moved. He pressed another, leg rest came out. "Wo?" he exclaimed softly. "So chair fit obey person like this." A flight attendant came with a warm towel. Osofia froze. Is this for washing face or greeting?" She laughed kindly and explained. Then came menu choices. Chicken, beef, fish, dessert, drinks. Osofia scratched his head. So even food they do selection interview. When the food arrived, neatly arranged, he took small bites, nodding slowly. This food no dey fight person. During the flight, the seat turned almost flat. Osofia laid down carefully, afraid to offend technology. He slept like a child. When he woke mid-air, lights dim, calm everywhere, he whispered, "Tufiakwa, rake poverty really hides good things from person." As the plane landed in London, he sat up straight, adjusted his red cap and said quietly, England, I don't come." London welcomed Osofia with cold air and order. No shouting, no rushing. People queued like it was a religion. His new tour guide, a young Nigerian man based in London, held a sign with his name. "Uncle Osofia," he greeted happily. "My son, at least my ear go rest small." As they drove into the city, Osofia pressed his face to the window like a curious child. Buildings old but proud. Streets clean. Buses tall. Double-decker buses. Osofia exclaimed. "So bus don't grow upstairs?" He laughed heartily. "If this bus reach my village, children go faint." They passed a bridge. Suddenly, the bridge began to open slowly to let a shape pass underneath. Osofia shouted, "What? Road they open mouth?" He nearly removed his seatbelt. "Who pressed the remote?" His guide laughed. "That's Tower Bridge." Osofia shook his head in disbelief. "In my place, pothole no they close. Here, bridge they open." Soon he saw it, the giant clock tower, Big Ben. Osofia craned his neck. Chai, who get time to make wristwatch this big? The clock chimed, deep and proud. Osofia placed his hand on his chest. This clock no dey miss time, it dey announce am to the whole world. London, he realized, was not just a city, it was a history book standing upright. The Farming Institute amazed Osofia deeply. Greenhouses smarter than classrooms, sensors in soil, data on screens, farmers discussing weather like scientists. For the first time, Osofia saw drones flying over farms, checking crops. He raised his hand timidly. "So, this small flying thing they inspect farm?" The instructor nodded. Osofia laughed softly. In my village, we shout at birds. Here, birds work for farmers. He asked questions non-stop, took notes, compared methods with his Nigerian experience. The instructors respected him because he spoke from practice, not theory. During breaks, international farmers gathered around him. Tell us about cassava, they said. Osofia explained passionately. Cassava no dey rush. Treat am well. It go feed generations. They listened. Outside class, he saw children riding hoverboards in the park. He stopped walking. These children know they touch ground? He called his guide. Are these spirits or students? His guide laughed. Just technology. Osofia shook his head slowly. In my village, children they push tin car with stick. Here, ground they carried them. He clapped gently, amused. That night, in his hotel room, he wrote in his notebook, the world is wide, but wisdom fits anywhere. Exploring London became another classroom. Osofia entered a supermarket bigger than his village square. Everything labeled, organized, silent. He whispered, this place they behave. He rode the underground train. When it entered the tunnel, he held the seat tightly. So train they do hide and seek? When it emerged, he laughed at himself. He watched street performers, listened to accents, tasted food from many countries. One day, he stood at a crossing waiting. Everyone stood. Nobody crossed. Osofia moved small. His guide pulled him back. Uncle, wait for green. Osofia nodded seriously. So even leg get traffic rules here? He admired the discipline. In a park, he saw elderly couples walking hand in hand. He smiled softly. So love fit last reach old age if person water am. One evening, rain fell gently. People continued walking calmly. No shouting, no running. Osofia looked up. This rain, they behave like visitor, not problem. Every night he called home. He told the youth stories. Learn small, travel small, open your eye. World big past gossip. They listened eagerly. One memorable day, Osofia was invited to a formal dinner by the Farming Association. He wore his best native attire, red cap sem, heads turned, cameras flashed. Someone whispered, who is he? Another replied, the Nigerian farmer. Osofia sat among professors and investors, eating politely. When asked to speak, he stood slowly. I come from a place where soil is family. If you respect it, it respects you. Silence followed. Then applause. That night he realized something important. Confidence is louder than accent. After the dinner, as they drove past the glowing city, Osofia sighed contentedly. London final, but home sweet pass. He had learned plenty, new techniques, new ideas, new perspectives, but his heart remained rooted. That balance pleased him. As weeks passed, Osofia adapted. He no longer jumped at every new thing, but wonder still visited him daily. One morning, he watched automated sprinklers turn on by schedule. He smiled. This one no need shout. Another day, he saw children politely thanking bus drivers. He nodded approvingly. Respect the teachable. He recorded videos, took pictures, documented ideas to take home. He wasn't just touring, he was harvesting knowledge. When his 2 months neared his end, the institute presented him with a certificate. Osofia held it carefully. This paper no be decorational, na responsibility. His guide smiled proudly. On his return flight, again first class, Osofia was calmer. When the flight attendant asked if he needed anything, he replied gently, I'm okay, thank you. He reflected quietly. America opened his eyes. London sharpened them. As the plane flew, he looked out at the clouds and whispered, God, thank you for showing me that farm noted boundary. He slept peacefully, dreaming of green fields back home. When Osofia returned to Nigeria, the welcome was warm, but this time, he did not announce London loudly. He went straight to work. He implemented systems, introduced climate-smart methods, built partnerships, trained youths again. People noticed results before stories. He shared London experiences during evening gatherings, making everyone laugh with his bridge, bus, and hoverboard tales. Children shouted, Uncle Osofia, tell us London's story. He laughed. One day, una own go reach. Now, when Osofia walks through his farm, he sees more than crops. He sees connection, knowledge, growth. He knows travel is not to impress, but to improve. And sometimes, under the moonlight, he still shakes his head and smiles, saying softly, Chai, from village soil to walled cities, life truly they move. And my people, that is the continuation of Osofia's journey. Proof that learning has no age and humility opens doors that pride cannot even knock on. Chai, life na story. Support this channel by liking, commenting and subscribing. Your support keeps these stories alive.